Welcome back, and today we are talking about a groove that I have been taught as Fatback. Doesn't probably get called that by everyone, but I know exactly what it sounds like, and you could call it 16th driven rock groove with accents, but when I hear this groove, I think Fatback because of just how big and fat it sounds. Okay, so I'm gonna play it first, and then we'll talk about the idiosyncrasies associated with this beat. 1, 2, 3. Could also be played much slower. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so what you'll notice right away is that the right hand, I feel, is the most important grounding element of this beat. Not only are you playing 16ths, but you have to have good hand control, and I highly recommend you check out the Rudimental Crash course, Ralph Humphrey's course. There's plenty of lessons showing you how to use a proper two-stroke molar motion to get 2 levels of dynamics. You have a soft upstroke and a powerful downstroke. And I should mention, when I'm hitting the accent, I'm trying to hit the shaft of the stick right where it bows out against right where the cymbal bows out. And then the soft note is the tip of the stick right on the top, same place. You should note also, this is not a shuffle. That's its own beat, and that's not really what we're talking about here. We want that straight, like just rail tight 16th note on the hi-hat. So that, for some of you, is probably going to be something you want to practice by itself. Before you add any other elements to this, just practice your right hand and try to get it real consistent with the 16ths. It's so important that the 16ths are just like razor thin gaps. It's got to be perfect. 1 E and 2 E and Okay, so once you have a handle on that, that's when you want to start adding your left hand and your right foot. And the right foot is big on this groove. 1, 2, 3, and 4 E, and 2, E, and 4 E, and 1. As long as you're grounded on beat 1, the right foot can improvise a little bit before the second backbeat, before beat 4. But most of the time, I'm always hitting the and of 3. 1, 2, 3, and 4. 1, 2, 3, E, and 4. That and 4 at the end of the beat is important. 1 E and 2 E and 3 E. One fill you can do is actually with the bass drum by just adding 4E1 at the end of that beat. 1 E and 2 E and 3 and I'll do it again, even slower. 1, 2, here we go. And 1 E and 2 E and 3 and. That fill adds. It doesn't take away from your groove, but it adds just enough. It has just enough rhythmic difference in it to aurally create the effect of here's another 4-bar section, here's another 8-bar phrase. And that's really, as our job, that's one of our most important jobs as drummers, is to mark phrases musically for the other band members, okay? So you can do this without breaking away from the whole groove. I will show you a more involved tom groove, or tom fill that goes with this too, but let's try 4 bars on this groove. Every 4th bar will play the bass drum fill. 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and. So you can hear when we do it in context, you can always feel where the 4-bar phrase restarts when we have that 4E, a 1. You can play that on the toms too. 1, 2. You don't need much in this style, fill-wise. You're really just trying to mark each section. You don't need to impress anybody. The most impressive thing you can do as a drummer is make the music feel good. You don't have to play lots of notes. You could play even less than that. You could just hit 1 quarter note on beat 4, and that would probably be enough of a fill for this. 1, 2, 3. So practice this right hand motion. That, I think, is the hardest part to get right. It's not super loud. It's really easy when you're first starting this motion to play the right hand super loud. You don't need to play double forte on your hi-hat right now. We're going for a mezzo forte on our hi-hat. Okay? The hi-hat is sitting at probably the same dynamic level as the cross stick, and the bass drum is what should be cutting through, which is why you don't want to overplay your bass drum. Okay, so really practice this nice controlled motion in your right hand. And practice it slow. Most of the time you will not need to play this beat blazing fast anyways. You might, but it's more likely you'll be playing at kind of that medium, slow tempo. So really try to dial in that right hand and have fun with this one. It's really cool.